Well, now to the second tragedy here in the Yuma area. Unbelievable. Mother arrested in drowning. Now, this actually happened. This is on Tuesday, and this happened a week ago tomorrow. At that time, the father was arrested. The little recap that's here in this paper today, the 30th of March, says that on last Wednesday, deputies responded to 11516 South Somerton Avenue in reference to a small child who had possibly drowned. Deputies arrived as the child was being transported to Yuma Regional Medical Center. The couple's son, Alden Lee Bailey, had fallen into an open pit cesspool and drowned. The child was pronounced dead at YRMC, the local hospital, after lengthy efforts failed to revive him. An investigation into the case revealed that the child allegedly had been left in the yard while the parents were inside the residence. The yard had a hand-dug hole being used as a cesspool for a recreational vehicle parked on the property. Damn, damn, damn. How stupid can a man be, and how stupid can a mother be to allow the man to be that stupid? He's too dang tight to pay the fee and go get the recreational vehicle dumped in a legal dump. He digs a hole and then is so stupid he doesn't find a way to cover the thing where it would not be possible for a child to fall into it and drown. And imagine, if you're going to drowning in water is one thing. Drowning in a cesspool of shit? Ah! Grrr! I'd like to horsewhip the man. I would indeed do it if it was legal and it was all right to do it. But consider this. He's arrested. The investigating officers blame the man. I think he was due the blame. But today's paper says the mother arrested in drowning, booked on charges of second-degree homicide and child negligence in death of the 14-month-old. Crystal Bailey, age 20, just a kid. Here's the key paragraph. Quote, the writer for the Sun staff writer James Gilbert is quoting now. The mother was determined to be more culpable than the father in this case, said Major Leon Wilmot of the Yuma County Sheriff's Office. She was the one who had the ultimate responsibility to be watching the child at the time. That's what she said. Well, mothers are kind of expected to be the mother hen. Doesn't excuse the father at all. He created the damn mess, the hole that child drowned in. So Mrs. Bailey was arrested, they're not married, obviously. He's Michael Wilson and she's Crystal Bailey. The mother, Miss Bailey, was arrested at 12:45 p.m. The same day, the child's father, 20-year-old Michael Wilson, was arraigned in Somerton Justice Court. So, what'd they do? Well, Wilson's out. He posted bond, is out of custody, and has now been charged with one count of hindering prosecution. Evidently, he was taking the blame. I think he was to blame. But now, since the mother insisted that it was her responsibility to watch the child, they apparently are going to lower the thing down. Makes no sense to me. Of course, those young people will never get over this. I don't care what the courts do. But they're guilty of stupidity. Particularly, he's guilty of stupidity, and she's guilty of stupidity to not set her foot down and say, you're not having that damned hole out there in this yard. But he's the really guilty party. Sure, mothers accept the responsibility to watch the baby more than the man. It's our chauvinistic society. But when the man has a hole like that out in the yard, then doesn't, in my opinion, shift all to the mother, or even 50-50 to the mother. They're guilty of stupidity. Stupidity. They're not guilty of doing something like that kid that stuck a knife into his brother. I hope that somewhere down the line the courts have enough common sense to, yes, make them pay a penalty. Both of them, not one, both. And of course they pay a terrible penalty. They will live with it for as long as they breathe, that they let their child drown in the most horrible manner imaginable. No way of getting away from that. But I don't think it's a crime that should put them away for very long. Be interesting to watch and see what happens. You folks out there are good, decent American people. Say a prayer for Mr. Wilson and Miss Bailey, and for that little boy that's no longer among the living.